Hello, my name is Tan, and this is the commentary for assessment task 1 in EDET 95590. We're going to start by looking at the analysis of the situation at the school and the class. So this is Marner Lays P12 College in Windham City. This is actually a really large campus that combines primary, secondary, and special school. Um, so in year 7 to 10, the curriculum is closely connected to the Victoria curriculum that using the framework and the standards from this program. The attendance rate of Monolith College is similar to other median Victoria government school. However, the percentage of students that continues tertiary education is lower. Also, the school has made an effort to develop improved approaches to classroom management and student welfare to monitor the attendance rate. So it meet the minimum requirement of 90%. It's also worth noting that the majority of students come from low and medium socioeconomic backgrounds, with nearly 60% of them speaking a second language other than English at home. Next one, we're going to look at the class context. So the plans are designed for Year 7 economics and business class. There are 20 hours allocated in the curriculum. The class size is 24. 5 of them are considered gifted. 2 students have dyslexia. One has diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder and anxiety disorder. Also, most students come from low and medium socioeconomic background, with 50% of them speaking a second language other than English at home. 2 students are identified as Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander background. Students have access to personal tablets or laptops. ICT has been incorporated in learning throughout the school year. Students are familiar with using Kahoot, Padlet, and Mentimeter, and most of them have a strong ability for searching information on the internet. A challenge in the class is engaging students in learning economic backgrounds, economics and business, given their family background. But it also presents chance for the teacher to make a positive impacts on students and provide them with necessary skill to help them thrive in the future. Next up, we're gonna look at the lesson sequence. So this is linked to Victoria curriculum. This is a unit of work, and in this the series of 3 lessons, we're gonna look at work and income. However, in this lesson plans, we only look at the plan for lesson 1 and lesson 2. In lesson 1, we're going to look at different types of employment and the reason why people work. In lesson 2, we're gonna develop the knowledge based on lesson 1 by discover how people can derive an income, and then student develop a survey to explore about and learn about their family, the friends, how everyone work, the reason why, and how they can derive an income. The plans are developed based using the keep in mind the cognitive load theory. that can improve student learning outcomes. We also pay attention to spacing and using retrieval practice to enhance student knowledge. So the assessment it focus on formative assessment, which at the end of lesson one is a Kahoot instead of a quiz to increase student engagement. And at the end of lesson two, student will be able to develop a product, in this case, a survey. In develop learning intentions and success criteria. This is linked to the Victorian curriculum, and using the revised Bloom taxonomy that consider knowledge domain, and also looking at the skills that students can develop in the curriculum, and in these two lessons that they are investigating skills. The key differentiation strategies I'm using in that lesson a predetermined group work that supports students with special needs. And for student with dyslexia, the written word will be supported by visual aid. And in the PowerPoint slide, I also try to add a lot of visual photos to illustrate the knowledge in the class, and always allow extra time for reading. Also giving a lot of examples and break tasks into smaller one, so student can focus on the task at hand. Next, we're going to look at some teaching strategy using in the class. So these are on evidence-based practices in the classroom. The first one is explicit teaching. So for example, at the beginning of the class, the learning outcomes and success criteria will be present and communicate to the class. I'm also using a balance of direct teaching and group work. This for example, in the case study, first the student will work in the group, and then go to a different group to share their ideas. So as for differentiated teaching, the student would a student would be pair, and a group would their peers or their friends who they prefer to work with, especially students with anxiety. In the lessons, the using of ICT is also important. I use the Mentimeter to create the word cloud for the reflection activity, and using Kahoot instead of the quiz at the end of the lesson to increase student engagement. I think that's it. Thank you.